Well, we're going to talk about implementation of 5G technology in Ecuador. First, we know that 5G networks will go beyond conventional communications. The reason is because we have now 4G network, and this one is fast, but the 5G networking is better because it has lower response speed and latency. What's the meaning of latency? Latency is the time when the data goes and returns to the same device, and that's the time that it's measured by pings. The areas in which the 5G network will be influenced are educational, automotive, medicine, energy as solar energy, and telecommunication operators. For educational, we have now the kids, they want to visit museums from another countries, but they can't because it costs a lot of money to find a ticket to our airplane. So they can visit the page of the museum, and with one click they can visit all the things that they have in their museum. For automotive, we have the cars. The cars will have a better response to the stops. For example, we have someone driving and they want to stop. If he is in another part of the city or far from the car, he can stop so fast because the latency will be better than 4G networking. And for medicine, we have the same case as automotive because the best doctors of the world will be in some operation rooms that they can be in the time. For example, there are a patient that has a very bad injury, so another doctor from another country can say to the doctor in that hospital what to do in that cases. For the last ones, we have energy as solar energy for clean energy, and telecommunications operators that will improve their technologies, cell phones, computers, and different ways to communicate between people. And now we have the difference between 5G and 4G networks. We have for 4G in speed 200, and we have for 5G in speed 10,000, that is more. And latency we have for 4G 100, and for 5G 1 or 2. So the latency for 5G is better, it's more short because it has 1 or 2. In 4G we have 10, 100. So we have here the meanings of speed and latency. As I said before, latency is a time that a package inside the network passes the time which a page web loads. One way to measure latency is through the ping, as I said before. That is measured in milliseconds, and it is the time it takes for a local connection to communicate with a remote computer on the network. And for speed, we have the network uses frequencies shorter than the other networkings, being millimeters wave between 3 GHz and 3000 GHz. The frequency is slower.
In the use of 5G technology is not only increasing the frequency of transmitted signal, To achieve correct communication, it is necessary to process the large amount of data per second sent and respond with the same speed. According to the International Telecommunication Union, networks installed for 4G communication are based on microcells, which will cause them to provide the dense coverage, low latency, and wide bandwidth required by some 5G applications. In order to provide the dense coverage and high network capacity required by 5G, small cells are implemented, even though they cover a much smaller geographic area than macrocells. They provide greater coverage, capacity, and quality of service of network. That is why in the implementation is the communication technology in Ecuador, agreements must be made with countries that are developing with this technology in order to have training in the country or manipulation of the new device. In the economic field, 5G technology is unprofitable for telecommunication companies since the installation of the 5G network will cost between 30% and 40% more than the use for the 4G network. This high cost is due to the new structure already mentioned. However, the current government can provide this additional percent so that companies can recover what is invested. In conclusion, 5G technology will bring many changes in the country, not only in the area of telecommunication. This will change many areas of work, health and social areas, which will allow people to have a better quality of life. In turn, 5G technology will allow a great technological advantage of the country.